Welcome back, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
We are back on Bitchin' About Balls, episode 14, which we like to call.
You can get with this or you can get with that.
So let's get into it. This or that. Let's recap a little bit of sports, shall we? Um,
I
I'm not gonna lie, I was actually really bored during that Miami game.
it was interesting. I'm glad that the score wasn't a blowout.
Yeah.
It was close. I, I feel like it was a little rigged, but y'all have heard me say that plenty of times. Politics. So we knew what could possibly happen. It was some questionable calls that was not being called.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched the first quarter very intensely, and then I got bored. So then, like the second quarter and the third quarter, I was on my phone, and then the fourth quarter, I was like, okay, like let me watch a little bit more intensely, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up and saw what the score was.
I think I changed the channel when it got to 2 minutes left in the game. I was like, yeah, I'm over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't. Did they even have a performance? Because I didn't even watch halftime.
No.
Okay.
That I did watch because I thought it'd be interesting, and they didn't even have one. It was just the two bands had their like they just went on the field, and they didn't even show that.
Ah.
So.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was all that we will talk about with that. Congratulations to IU.
Fun fact: I actually went to the College Football Hall of Fame today,
Yay.
and had a great time. If anyone is in Atlanta and you are really big into college football, or you have kids that like to just run around a lot, great place to go. And they actually had like the IU jersey already like there. They had Mendoza's jersey already. Like they had all this stuff about Indiana, and I'm like, they just won like 4 days ago, but okay. Um, yeah. So, but yes,
Yeah.
congrats to them, and shout out to the College Football Hall of Fame.
That's all we got to say about that, folks.
Yes.
We're just wrapping it up. So
Yes.
college football is over with.
I'm sad. I'm actually like, so like even going to the museum today, it was like I was really sad because I was like watching all this stuff, and I was like, oh man, it's like all over now. Like now we've got to wait until
August,
yeah, like end of
September.
August again.
Well, we'll see what the transfer portal,
Yeah, we'll see
who's
what
getting
happens.
picked, who's not.
Every single day somebody's leaving, somebody's getting picked up. So we'll see.
Yeah, one more time of the portal because, of course, you'll see the ones that decided after they may have graduated and want to do grad school in the summertime. It's going to happen again. So,
Right. Right.
kudos to those who got picked. Kudos to those who are still in the portal. Kudos to you if you are still debating.
And kudos to you if you decided to stick it out and stay with your school.
Just
like I think you deserve even more actually.
right.
So goodbye college football. We'll talk about you again in August. NFL,
NFL playoff. Well, I'm sorry, championship, conference championship.
right?
Now is to determine who's going to the Super Bowl.
With Bo Nix now with a season-ending surgery, I think
The Broncos
looks
over
like
with.
they're not.
Sayonara. I kind of felt bad because I was like, I've been jinxing a lot of teams. I'm not jinxing that one.
Yeah,
Y'all are done.
yeah. I think everyone's
It's going to be
gonna
the
be
Patriots
very shocked
in the
if they make
AFC.
it through. Yeah.
The Patriots got an easy way through. I saw that one too. I wasn't even expecting that he hurt himself after that, but when I saw it, I was like, yeah, he did break that, but that ankle, whatever it was.
I watched the Patriots game. I didn't get to watch the Denver game, but I watched the Patriots game. But yeah, it's that's how it's looking. And then I watched the Bears. The Bears and
The Seahawks
no, is the Bears, was it the Rams? No. Was it the Bears versus the Rams, I think?
or the Sure. Yeah. Sure. The Rams?
The Rams?
The Rams?
Matthew Stafford.
The Rams.
He that was crazy. I can't Caleb Williams, like, whoa. That pass at the end of the game in regulation to get you to be able to get to overtime, incredible. Incredible.
I didn't watch it because I just ain't like how they did my Packers.
Well, you wouldn't have liked it because they showed the play of, well, he did that to the Packers the week before, and then he did it again. But I just have to say, like, as a player, I think that
He's
was
a
like,
good player. He's
that
a
was
good quarterback.
amazing.
I'll give him that.
But then y'all just like fucked it up in overtime. I don't know what that was, but anyway. But yeah, so we've got that set up. So it's looking like probably the Patriots are going to make it through. And then we've got the Rams and Seahawks, which is just like really awkward and weird and no one cares. But we'll see what happens there.
I got a weird feeling that it's going to be the Seahawks.
I know, and it's like, where did they come from?
I really want them to be, but I'm gonna go for the Chargers. But I'm a little skeptical. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm a little skeptical. I just feel like it's gonna be the Patriots if they lose. Cause who is the backup quarterback for the Broncos?
They said some guy's name. I don't remember.
Okay, well, he's not significant, so
they said someone's name, but everyone is like pretty confident.
It's gonna be the Patriots because they've been at the top the whole entire season. So shoe in for the AFC, the Patriots. NFC, we're a little leery about. I like Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hope that the way that the Patriots are getting back into it, we're going to go back in time, everyone. Just bring out your time capsule, your time machine. We're going to go back in time when Alabama was simultaneously winning championships the same time that the Patriots were winning championships. So we're going to hope that with the Patriots doing well again, this will bring some good luck to my team in future seasons, that maybe we can continue the way we used to. We shall see. It is a big ask. There's a lot of things that happened then that are not happening now, or vice versa. But I was a Patriots fan back in the day. I had a crush on a boy when I was in middle school, and he was a huge Patriots fan.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, all right, here we go, Patriots. And then after that, like at that time, I liked Tom Brady when it was like their first few seasons. It was like 2005, 2006. So it was like when they were just starting their dynasty. Mm-hmm. When like people didn't hate them yet, like Deflategate hadn't happened, like all that stuff hadn't happened yet. I liked them then, but it's kind of a new era for them too, because it's like new quarterback, new coach, like obviously very different team. So
yeah, hopefully y'all not cheating. Belichick.
Yeah, I haven't really been watching their games at all this year.
Belichick. Just saying. But
yeah, he's got a lot going on with him anyway.
Drake Mayer he's doing good up there. Mm-hmm. He's got the new era.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see.
Yeah, and we're just gonna go ahead on and, like I said,
we'll see who's in the Super Bowl.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then after that, well, actually, I always like looking at what's to come with the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Even though it's like tag, you're at football.
Yeah.
We'll see how the festivities are. I'm not gonna talk that much about it because it's really not that much. I like the Puppy Bowl. I like when I see the animals in their little bowl. It'd be so cute. The Kitty Bowl, the Puppy Bowl.
Oh yeah. I'm excited for the NFL draft. I know we've got a few months for that, but I'm excited for that just because I like to see where players go. And
is it really any that are like
no, and I think that's why I want to watch this year, because I'm like, there aren't that, I mean, there are good players out there, but it's just different the way that things are done now.
Yeah.
And so I'm just curious to see like who these teams pick up and who's actually in the first round draft picks. Where is the Heisman winner gonna go? Like, I'm just kind of curious to see like kind of what happens.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna go first.
Yeah, they have him as like the number 1 overall pick at the moment. They have him predicted to be that. So
then his brother left.
Yeah, now he's transferring.
He's at Georgia Tech now.
So, but yeah, so let's see what happens. Let's see who's in the Super Bowl. That's kind of really where we're at now.
Yep. Valentine's Day coming around. Get your booze.
You know, next year the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day are on the same day.
That's gonna be a hard breakup day. Because if you say something wrong,
you know, we always say. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say we always say breakup season is. We always say it's before Valentine's Day. Next year, I think it's gonna be even earlier because there are gonna be more men out there who want to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So, girls, ladies, lovers, and friends, please, if you want to stay past halftime, don't ask the dumbass questions about the game, or even if you're getting a gift, if Super Bowl and Valentine's Day is on the same day. This is a public service announcement. I'm just sparing you your heartache and pain next year. Please, don't bother that man about spending time.
Don't book a dinner reservation unless it's at a pub. Yep.
And make sure that if you are the type that needs attention, your love language is quality time, words of affirmation, and physical touch. That is not your day to be requesting any of those things. Okay?
Maybe book your dinner on February 13th.
Maybe.
Instead.
You know, do it the day before, maybe the day after. Take a couple of days off after to be able to recover, because you're going to be, let me go ahead and say it, you're going to be lonely.
Mm-hmm.
So don't play those Cupid games.
You're not spending Valentine's Day just with your boo. That's let's make sure we say that very clearly right now.
No.
You are going to be at a Super Bowl party that day. You are not going to be on the couch with your boo. That's not
You're going to be with the homies.
Unless you're us, we're going to be with our boos at the Super Bowl party.
You know,
but yeah,
you might want to host it if you really want your boo with you. You can host it, but please do not host it with the Valentine's Day theme. Don't do it. You're going to get cursed out. He may just turn around at the door and just be like, all right, fuck this shit. Deuces.
If he sees one pink heart or one sweet tart, he's out of there.
If there's not a football, wings, nachos, hot dogs, hamburgers, chips, dip, beer, liquor, no wine. Do not, unless you and your homegirls want to have wine because that's what y'all drink, that is the only time. But if there is a bottle of wine on ice, chilling, champagne, candles, you're going to be there by yourself. So just understand, it's not going to be a Super Bowl. It's going to be a super
bye. You know, and it's funny that you say it that way, because as you were describing this probably beautiful romantic evening for the woman,
very cute.
I'm sitting here thinking like, oh God, this sounds terrible.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I just want you all to know, for the lovers and friends, this one goes out to you, my friend.
If my man came home on Super Bowl day and was like, hey, I have a bottle of wine for us chilling, I got us some pink hearts and sweet tarts and cute little knickknacks, I'd be like, oh God, no. Let's get the game on. Let's go eat some nachos. Like, that's why I'm like, maybe
I'm gonna be like, brother, brother, huh?
Maybe my
brother, what?
Maybe my masculine self is pushing people away.
That's your love language, pushing people away. I'm just gonna say
learning a lot about myself here today.
I'm gonna look at you like, what the fuck did you just do? because I'm not trying to be cute right now.
Mhm.
I want to be comfortable. I don't care about how much you love me at that time. I love you. I heart you, but just not right now.
No.
Just wait till after. Then we can spoon later.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe like the night before, because I'll have to go to work the next day. So probably the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too. Unless I've taken off the whole week, because that'll be the week of my birthday.
Once again, if you know of anyone to help out my friend, let us know.
I've asked for sponsorships and nobody bit at the ad. But we're gonna play it again next month. If you would like to sponsor my birthday festivities for the whole month, we can start at February 1st and end it all the way to February 28th. It does not have to be just around my birthday. And no, I will not tell you exactly when it is, but it is after Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's Valentine's Day for me. It's not Valentine's Day. I don't have a Valentine, and no, do I really give a fuck if I do or not.
And I don't like how people call it garbage day. I used to think it was funny when I was like in high school, but I don't like how people call it garbage day now. Like, why can't it just be
Valentine's
Sunday? Why can't it just be like
just another
a regular
Saturday?
day? Yeah.
Just another Saturday.
It can be Valentine's Day, but like we all have people who love us, I'm sure, whether it's a significant other or a friend or a mother or, you know,
parent,
yeah,
cousin, family,
sister,
member,
brother,
somebody.
So, shoot, the amount of strawberries I have gotten from not family members, but like friends and family members are more than I have gotten from significant others. So
I just don't. Last time I've actually gotten a Valentine from someone who actually liked me, it was in college, and it was a sweet gesture. Do I care about it now? My birthday is right around the corner from it, so spend your money on my birthday.
I actually had one last year. Funny enough.
You did.
I had one last year.
You did.
And he listened. He came in with exactly the things I asked for. He came in with extra things. He bought more things than I wanted. Nowhere to be seen now, but he followed the rules then. He listened.
He tried.
He tried.
But yeah.
So anyway, got on a tangent. We'll talk about Super Bowl Valentine's Day next year.
Yes.
But so that's kind of the football realm, what's happening. I want to talk about tennis because I'm so sorry to my tennis fans. I completely forgot to mention it last week. But we have started our first Grand Slam of the year with the Australian Open. Right now, I don't think there's a ton of shakeups just yet. I'm sure everyone has seen Naomi Osaka with her fashion moment. I'm sure we have also all seen her yell on the court. I have very mixed feelings about her, and I know a lot of people like her, but I think as someone who is such an avid tennis fan, mixed with her personality, I just get frustrated because it's like Taylor Swift and the NFL, right? Like you just get annoyed because you just want to watch the game. You don't really want all the other distractive things around it.
Right.
And I feel like with her, Naomi and Taylor Swift, but with Naomi, I get distracted. I get annoyed. I'm like, cool, have your fun fashion moment. But it's not raining in Australia. So you don't need to wear like a mosquito hat. You're not getting married, so you don't need a train. This is a tennis game, okay? This is a tennis match. Like just come and play your game. Like you don't need to do anything if you're a really good player. That's where your respect comes from.
Just do the damn thing, girl.
Like if you want to come out like what I liked about Serena Williams, I know this is getting on a tangent, but like what I liked about her is even though she was dramatic in her early years, once she kind of matured a little bit, she had her cute fashion moments, she had her outfits on, she wore what she wanted. But then she like still played the game. She like didn't make all these movements and words on her shirts and you know, it was just like she just came to play the game, but she had a really cute outfit on too. So it was like I can respect that. Okay. And then she did so much for the game outside of it, which maybe Naomi does too, but I just wish she would do less of that on the court And if she wants to be a part of all of those movements, I support you, but do all of it off the court a little bit.
Do it in your press conferences.
Do it in the press conference. Do it in your after the match speech.
Do it on your social media account. Just play the game.
I did like when she did the whole like Black Lives Matter and she wore like a different outfit every week, or sorry, every match, and it had like I think someone's name on it, or I can't remember what she did, but it was some kind of like ode to somebody during that movement.
Right.
I liked that.
Okay.
But it was like, because it was like a nice thing. It was, honoring the movement. It was a subtle nod to that. But then she also came out and played the game. And it was just like her outfit just spoke for itself.
Gotcha.
But I think when you're doing too much, the mosquito net hat with the bride train just drove me nuts. Like, I know there's bugs in Australia, all right? Like, I know that there are a lot of poisonous animals there, but I don't think you're going to find them on the tennis court. So, like, this is not the place.
It was like she was on the rainforest.
It was weird. This is not the Amazon. I don't know what she was doing. I know people think it's a fashion moment. Maybe I'm not fashionable. I guess I'm not wearing an Atlanta sweatshirt, but I don't care.
There we go.
I have my opinions, and that is what it is. But
she doesn't care. Just do what you need to do on the tennis court.
Right?
Play the game.
It's like LeBron James. Like, just play the game. Just don't whine anymore.
And
like,
cut the hair. Just no balls, sir.
Just play the game. But Coco Gauff is doing really well. I'm really excited for her. On the men's side, we still have all the big players on the men's side. Honestly, I don't watch as much tennis as I used to since Rafael Nadal retired. But most of the big players, I think, are all still there. It's still early on. It's still week 1. So we'll see kind of what happens. I think the trend there was that it was Alcaraz and Sinner were always, it was like one of them was winning everything.
Okay.
And so Djokovic is getting older. Let's hope he retires soon. No one really likes you. So let's see what happens. Maybe the other two will once again split all the titles this year.
Okay.
So yeah, that's in full effect. There is basketball, like we said, continuously as well. But it's still like early on. I think it's like people are still playing their conference at the moment. Like, I don't think it's gotten like deep.
No, and trade hasn't even occurred yet. All-Star game is going to be next month. See, I have all the great things that happened during my birthday month. I got the Super Bowl and the NBA All-Star weekend. And it's usually all around my birthday time. So, yes.
The only thing you're missing is like a day off. Because we don't get President's Day off as adults. If there was just a reason to have a holiday. See, my birthday, we get a holiday the week before.
I mean, you do get President's Day off.
We get the start of college football. Huh?
You get President's Day off if your job allows you, because...
Maybe. I don't think I've had President's Day off since I was in, like, high school.
That depends on where you
maybe it depends.
My President's Day is my birthday, so I'm taking that off. I don't care nobody.
True.
You don't have to take a day off. I'm going to take my day off. That's my day.
What else we got sports related? I feel it's like all kind of like early off things. Like
it's more off season stuff. Like I said, Unrivaled is doing their thing. They're having fun with a lot of the women basketball players. College basketball is definitely in effect. Usually they be wrapping up their regular season in February as well, or doing conference games, trying to get their seeding for March Madness. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of this time of the year where people are like, I can't wait until August comes back because it's football season. But we got golf coming up. The Masters coming up in April.
I think the Indian women's cricket team did something very, very good last month or a few weeks ago, because it was all over my feed, but I don't remember what they won, because I think their final is a little bit later, but I think they did something really, really good.
We got the World Cup coming.
Yeah.
So
we've got things on the horizon, but that's just kind of where we are right now. So we'll jump into those things later.
Yes.
Let's get back into the real reason of our episode today. If you can get with this,
you can get with that.
So let me pull out my notes for what I have for that. So we came up with a couple topics as far as how we feel about certain things, basically based on experiences we've had this week that have, or also experiences that have reminded us of things in the past. All right, so let me just get to it. So first off, the first one I have written down was, how do we feel about being in a relationship with someone who has a lot of friends of the opposite sex?
Yes.
I am actually okay with it to an extent.
Okay.
I was with someone in college, and he had a lot of female friends. It didn't bother me that they were female friends because they like respected me, like they knew their boundary. There was only one girl who did not know her boundary, and I had to set things straight with him. Because here's my thing, ladies. We have got to stop getting mad at the other woman.
Ooh.
Okay? Like, no. You can get mad at your man because he's yours. But you can't get mad at someone else for unless they're your friend. If they're your friend, then they're a bitch. They are not your friend anymore. But if they're your friend, if they're not your friend and they're trying to get with your man has to be the one who has to push them back or put them on pause and say, nah, I got somebody. I love my girl. Maybe you don't, but you're just kind of with her initially. Like they have to be the one to kind of push them back. Same thing, vice versa.
Yes.
Men, if you are like exact same thing, right? Like if you got to get mad at the other dude. You can't get mad at the girl. It's just not right. Okay. But oh no, wait, I took it back. The men got to get mad at the girl, not the other dude. My bad. Yeah, because I hate that. But anyway, this girl, she would like text him late at night, ask him for help on things, and it bothered me because it was like I also knew that she had a crush on him.
Oh, okay.
In the past. And so it was like I knew she respected me, but I also knew that feeling. And I think that's what made me feel weird about it.
Okay, I got you.
So, but I'm okay. He had like a ton of friends that were girls, and none of them bothered me because I knew that there was nothing. So as long as I am secure in your relationship with those people to know that those girls are not gonna like try anything,
yeah,
I'm fine with it. I did another guy in college, same thing happened. The girl tried to get with him after she found out I was with the guy, and it was just disrespectful. Like,
yeah. I'm like that too. Because I feel like when you meet someone, you can't expect them to just flat out get rid of all of their friends.
No.
It's about setting boundaries. It's about being honest and being able to have that line of communication where you can say like, hey, this may make me feel some kind of way. I just need you to handle it so that way I don't feel that way. But of course, we have people, male and females, who have the tendency to lie and portray that they're okay with their significant other having friends of the opposite sex, when in all actuality they don't. And that's the problem that I feel as though can create a whole lot of shit.
I was going to say also, I think you have to be careful who you bitch to, because if you are like, if I have a really good guy friend and I am dating someone and I am bitching about this guy to my really good guy friend who possibly may have a slight crush on me, that's going to like give some fuel there, and you don't really want to do that. So you just got to be a little bit careful also on like the boundaries of what you say to who, you know?
Because you really don't know their motives.
Yes.
And you know, you may not think that they have those feelings towards you, but they could just be learning how you move to be able to get you, to catch you up in some bullshit.
Right.
So I do believe in being careful about what you discuss with certain people. Reason being with that, I actually had a friend. Well, he's still my friend. Where I am somewhat sort of caught in the platonic friend era.
Ooh, me too. Quite a while ago.
And this is one thing that irritates me when it comes to people when you're in the beginning of meeting somebody. And I've said this so many times. I think people are their representative when they're in that dating, getting to know each other stage. And I think that because you're wanting to date somebody or you see that they have potential, you're going to say whatever it is that you want to say in order to get them, even if that means going against what you believe. So, case in point, a really good friend of mine is, when I say he is probably a really, really good, well, he's a really good guy. He's very genuine. He's dating with intentions. So he's looking for something serious. And I'm pretty sure he's going to watch the podcast. So sorry, buddy.
Hi.
I got to talk about you. It's all love. But recently he was in a relationship. And he's completely honest. I mean, even times with me and my situation, he would give me advice on being honest. And his thing is, he wants a clear line of communication. He doesn't want to leave anything out. He wants to inform you of everything that he does. And with his schedule, he's very busy. So when he does make time, he makes time for you, even with all of his friends, male or female. He discusses his day with her. He always talks about, oh, I'm doing this with this person, blah, blah, blah. And at the time, I even had me and him had conversations, and I would tell him, like, I don't know, you might want to tell her that you're, having dinner with a friend, or you're going to an event with a friend, or you doing something with one of your friends who may be a female. Oh, she's fine. We talked about it. She won't have any issues with it. Well,
is she fine?
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah.
Is she actually fine?
At some point, all of us are going to feel some kind of way, especially when you're getting serious with somebody, because why are you doing this with this person? Or I haven't met this friend, but I've met other friends. And
especially if there was maybe like a past feeling there, or some feelings there, or some mutual feeling, or possible hookup or something. Not saying it happened in your case, but just in general, if that happens too, it's even more.
Just friends for years.
Yeah.
And he cherishes his friendships. So, to make a long story short, they broke up. And the reason,
season number 3. Sorry.
Well, she broke up with him. This was last year.
Oh, never mind.
And it was over the fact that she felt that his friends had pretty much was too close and have too much availability for him, and he is too available for them. I get it, but then I also don't get it, because you knew from the beginning. He has always told you, I value my friendships. These are I mean, specifically platonic. There's no ill intentions. None of them want to date me. No, there's never been no past relationship with them. Um, and you don't have to worry about it. Obviously, it bothered her because she did not like that we were too, well, I don't know if she felt that way about me, but I kind of scaled back because I was like, oh, well, you're in a relationship. I don't want any issues between you and her. I don't want her to feel as though I'm trying to come in between you guys. So we can kind of separate. We can just go, you know, we don't have to go out as much, or we don't have to meet up as much. And he didn't really like that, but I mean, he had no other choice because I know how women are. I'm a woman. Well, so she broke up with him, and when she did it, honestly, it was on a day that she shouldn't have done. I'm not gonna go into detail about it, but it's a very sentimental time in his life on that day, and she knew about it. So not only that, you were very selfish. You're very cruel. And then also, I've never heard a woman be upset with someone having a great co-parenting relationship with their ex. I
Hard to find.
You would want someone to have that good relationship with their ex regarding their child. I've never heard anybody that would expect the negative. Oh, I don't like how you and such are, but they have a child together, and the child was there before you were there. The marriage was there way before, and yes, they're divorced. There's no relationship other than being there for their child. Why is that a problem for you? You're selfish. And I also told my friend, if she's acting like that towards the mother of your child, then sooner or later, if you all were to be serious, i.e., getting engaged, moving in together, and doing all these things, she's going to have an issue with your child. Because then she's going to start feeling that she's going to try to pull you away from her, away from your child, and start trying to come up with little lies and things to make it seem as though your child is trying to sabotage the relationship. So I was like, well, maybe this is a blessing in disguise because you're seeing who she truly is, and you don't want to bring your child into a relationship where it becomes toxic.
Right.
So, needless to say, they haven't talked since. And it's actually for the good, I guess. I'll say that. He deserves somebody that truly, truly loves him, truly loves the fact that he is involved with his child, and is seriously ready to be in a relationship with someone that has, he don't have baggage. I'm not gonna say that, but he does come with being married before. So yeah. So if you are not okay with someone having platonic friends and you are selfish and you think that they're supposed to just be about you, you might want to rethink that.
So here's what I think what happens, and it kind of pulls me to my next one, is I think that people initially, they're okay with stuff because they're like, oh, I'm going to change him or I'm going to change her. It's fine because that's not going to be happening anymore in 3 months once they hang out with me. They may go out a lot now, but once I hang out with them, they're going to be hanging out with me. So it's fine. I'm going to change that.
They're going to love me. They don't need nobody else.
Right.
All that blah, blah, blah.
So I think a lot of times you think like that because you think, oh, well, that's what's going to happen. And then you try and it either works maybe or it fails. Like in this case, it seems like it didn't work, what her intentions were. But this kind of brings me to my next one. I don't want people who are not themselves. I don't want someone to change for me unless they want to change for themselves. I.e., I had he might watch this. Let's see. So I was with someone when I was in college. He we got along super well, but I remember the first few months he had this habit, and I'm not going to disclose everything, but he had this habit that he thought, or like a habit characteristic that he thought that I liked for some odd reason. And I didn't, but it was like he kept bragging about it. So like he would call me and be like, "Oh, I'm doing so and so," or "I da 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 da." And the first or second time, I was like, "Okay, like have fun, whatever." But then like by the third or fourth time, I was just getting annoyed because it's like I don't actually like what you're doing, but I don't feel like I have the authority to tell you anything.
Okay.
But then once we were dating for about, I think it was like 2 or 3 months. And I was finally, I think I had like my breaking point, and I was like, yo, I don't like this. It's bothering me. And if this is something that you like to do on the reg, then like we just can't be together anymore. And he, funny enough, he was like, oh, well, I just did that. And I just told you about those things because I thought that's what you liked about me. I thought that's what you liked. And don't know where he got that from. But so later on I realized that that was just kind of like his personality, but what it made me think about was like, wow, I don't want someone who just changes for me. Like I long story short, um there was a lot of resentment built up in him because he changed so much. I think from who he really was. I never asked for that, but I think it was just like he felt like he had to please me, and
I got you.
you know? So I'm like, well, I don't want someone who's going to change themselves so much for me if that's not something they want to do. Recently, I was talking to someone that I had considered dating, um, who I remember I was talking to him because I was like, oh, I like to go out and like hang out with my friends and be out and do all these things. And he is more of like a homebody. And he was like, oh, I'm never worried about you going out. You can do what you want, all of those things. And so I was like, okay, cool. But like, at some point in time, I'm going to want to like go to these places with you. Like, I'm going to want to take you there. Or I'm sure you're going to want me to like sit at home, which I'm fine with sometimes. But it was like, if I were to make him go places with me, would that be out of his comfort zone? Like, would he just be doing that, just changing to please me?
Right.
Or is that something that he would actually enjoy doing? And then if he didn't, possibly building up resentment against me. We'll never know because he ghosted me. But it's like a common, I think, occurrence, the ghosting and the changing. I think they're common occurrences as far as like sometimes you just like someone so much, or you want to be with someone so much that you just feel like you need to change, and you're going to be okay with it. But eventually things will catch up to you, and like I said, there's going to be resentment built up somewhere. I have a couple of friends right now who um talk to me about some of the things they're going through in their relationships, and it's actually a really common theme. It's like they've changed and morphed into something that maybe they don't really want to be.
Yeah.
But they feel like they have to
make the person happy.
Yeah.
That is love flooding, y'all. That is doing for that person just so that you can keep them, and
it can be so subtle.
It can be subtle. I mean, everybody changes, but to feel like you got to do everything for that other person to be validated, no, you're not being your true authentic self. I be you from the beginning. you know you ain't shit, just say you ain't shit. Don't sit there.
We'll believe you.
I mean, we're gonna sit there and watch you, but don't just feel like you gotta do that because you have somebody attention.
Don't say you're a good guy when you're an asshole. Don't do that either.
Stop selling me.
You're like selling yourself short.
You're trying to sell me a dream, and it's not going to get bought.
It's really a failure, actually. It's discounted. It's was it discontinued? It is stale. Nobody wants it.
You're going to be on the shelf for a very long time
with mold,
and your expiration date is going to be yeah, you're going to be expired. Let's just say that.
The best before date would be a long time before.
You're not a non-perishable item. You're not a canned good. Well, we can just keep you in this liquid, and you just going to just be good until we're ready to just.
Not even the food bank wants you. They want you to stay on that shelf. They don't even want you.
The dust is going to be collected, and it's going to be a lonely, lonely, lonely time. Just know that.
Yeah, just be honest with yourself. If you really don't like something, just tell the person, and then maybe there's still a possibility there to compromise or, move forward with it. But sometimes there are non-negotiables of things, and maybe you're going to try initially, but then have the honest conversation with yourself, and with your partner. Maybe you tried something once, you don't like it. I don't like peas. I've tried it a few times. I don't like peas. I only like them in certain dishes. And you know what? Yesterday, someone tried to ask me to eat peas, and I said, hell no. And you know what? I know he'll never ask me again. So it's fine. Just it's fine.
Everybody's different. And that's what you bring to the relationship. Your individuality. Differences. There's things that can be compromised on. There's stuff that can't be. And it's okay. You don't always got to be. I know we talk about we want someone to be supportive of us, but there might be things that I might not want you to be supportive of because you might not like that. Right. And that's okay. And we got to get out of feeling like our spouse got to be our number one 100% supporter of everything. And it might not be them. Stop trying to push stuff on people to accept you for who you are. If they don't like it, okay, so be it.
And in that, I know we've talked about this before, but even in that, stop comparing yourself to other people. Like, even if you're comparing yourself to your partner, obviously we're saying don't do that. But then also don't compare yourself to other couples or other relationships. I don't compare myself to other single people. You don't either. Like, we both are very individualistic when we talk about dating and our wants and likes. So no one else should do the same. So make your life, make your partnership how you want it to be. And no one has the right or authority to judge that, the way that no one has the right or authority to judge how I lead my life as a independent single woman.
Right. And we offer advice, but we are not relationship gurus. We're just,
I do have a psychology degree, but no.
We do give out our opinions, and these are just our opinions. We're not saying that it's right. We're not saying it's wrong. We're just talking about our own experiences. And try to find some similarities. It could be a lot of differences. But hey, now that you know about things that we've done or things that have happened, you can look out for those things. That's all that we're doing here. So just know that you're not gonna agree with everything.
Yeah, and let's be real here. The basis for our podcast here is to showcase, highlight topics, common themes, and things that people don't really talk about, or maybe it's seen as taboo. Maybe it's things that people want to say in their relationship but feel like they can't. So this is just kind of like a platform for us to be able to talk about that and do that. We are not saying that there are a lot of times where I am saying advice and I am not following it. So I am not saying I am perfect. I think Adrianne and I both are like that. But at the same time, there's so many things that's just not discussed. It's things we may not even think about. But then when you do go back and maybe analyze, or you have the time to think about it, I mean, even the topic we came up with today, like I didn't even think about how this guy treated me. And looking back, I'm like, oh, this was this, or this was love bombing or flooding or all of these things. So sometimes you just don't know until you kind of go back and think about it and then realize how much you've learned from it. So we're just kind of here to like chat shit and like, tell y'all what we've learned, and hope that some of you can relate or at least take something from this. Even if you don't take anything from the dating part, hopefully you learn something from the sports part.
Hey.
But that's really all this is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
We just chopping it up and talking shit and bitching like we said we were going to do.
Correct.
Correct. And we can only speak on things that have happened. I'm not talking on stuff that's like I'm just blowing smoke with y'all. No, it's not. Trust me. I wish I could. I wish the shit that I did say was not true. It is very true.
Mm-hmm.
I need a book that write. Or I can actually write it. Never mind. Just know it's going to be a lot more things that we're going to be talking about. But we're going to get back into these would you rathers.
Yeah. So shall we just shoot the shot? Here we go.
Okay.
So would you rather have someone who is sweetest man ever, but you would have to support them financially, or someone who makes well enough money for both of you, but is quite absent?
Absent as in physically, mentally, emotionally?
I would say physically.
Oh,
because he's so busy working.
Well, I'm kind of something that's kind of like that.
I'll give you my answer. I am fine with someone who makes less money than me as long as it doesn't blow off their ego. And because I care more that they spend time with me than that they make enough money for me.
Okay.
That's my answer.
I'm going to have to say I'm in the middle. And the reason I say that is I know for me, I would want someone who is financially confident. And I understand that things happen where the person may still be trying to get to that point. And I've been there myself. So it's kind of situational. Now, if you are just lazy as hell, but you are sweet as pie, emotionally you're here, you have the mental complex to be able to give me that side of the relationship, but you lack in drive, I got a problem with that.
I was gonna say that wouldn't work for me either.
It wouldn't work for me. As far as someone who is always busy, and that was one of my things that I had. But anywho, I do feel that that can also be a bad thing because you're always looking as if you are not financially there all the time. You don't always have to feel like you need work to feel complete. And I know we're in a world now where we gotta work in order to make a substantial living, but that's not all. And if you have someone that's also capable, then it shouldn't be a big issue. It's situational. Some people have it where
these are all rhetorical questions. I mean, none of us have a man knocking on the door who's making all the money, or we don't have a sweet man who's not making any. So these are all rhetorical questions.
So, like I said, I'm in the middle.
Okay. Next, would you prefer someone who is? Oh, would you rather be with someone who is emotionally unavailable or physically unavailable?
I'll say emotionally unavailable. And I say that because physically, yeah, it could be that working a lot. I'm totally fine with you being busy by being able to have a job. But when it comes to the emotional support that I would need if I'm going through something, and you aren't there for me because of that. Now, I'm not asking you to be empathetic, but I also want you to be that comfort that I need. And if you can't be that for me in my time of need, then I'm going to feel as though you don't like me. So I if you lack emotional maturity, it won't work for me.
I somehow keep attracting a lot of emotionally unavailable men, and I don't know why. I'm kind of tired of it, to be honest.
I'm getting that too.
Yeah, what the hell am I doing to keep attracting these men?
I don't think that a lot of men understand that they have trauma that they have not worked through. And I don't know if it's a masculinity thing where they feel as though you have to put your emotions to a side and just move on and press on and sweep it under the rug. But I don't think that in order for you to truly love someone and be seriously intentional in that relationship, I don't think that if you haven't worked on yourself, you cannot give that person your all.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would prefer someone who is physically unavailable, because I'm the same way. Like, even though I like quality time, my quality time doesn't necessarily have to be in person unless you're like fucking 10 minutes away. Like, that's just ridiculous if you live 10 minutes away and you can't hang out with me. Like, what the hell is your deal? Where are you? What do you do that you can't hang out with me when you live 10 minutes away? Yes, I am talking to you. You know who you are. But no, seriously. That was a joke. Don't get mad at me. I think he also watches this. But no, seriously, like, I don't need you to necessarily be physically next to me all the time, but if I can at least get that emotional connection from you, where at least I'm getting communication from you, then I'm okay. So, like, as long as you're calling, texting, checking in on me, whatever, send me a Snapchat. I don't fucking care. Send me something that I know that you're at least wanting to, talk to me and continue this, whatever it be. So I don't physically need you here. Even if you live 10 minutes away, I don't actually physically need you here. I just don't know what the reason is for you not to be here. But that's a different story.
Yeah.
Don't make me angry. Okay, next question. Would you rather someone bad in bed or someone bad conversationally?
I'm a sapiosexual, so I thrive in conversing. So if you are bad at communication, and it's not necessarily the reaching out, it's when we do speak and there is literally nothing to talk about. Now, I'm not saying you got to be philosophical. You got to be up to date on current events. We're talking about politics and business and all these things. I want you to be able to have it could be a basic conversation. I love the debate. So We can talk about sports. We can talk about things and just being able to have some type of dialect. If you cannot do that, it's not going to work for me. So here's the tip. Now I don't know who's actually going to be watching this, but this is a tip, right?
This is the tip.
This goes into the whole question. If me and you can have a really, really good not relationship. Oh, scratch that. We're going to have a good relationship. If we can have a really good conversation and it's going back and forth and it's intense, it's going to be good in the bedroom.
Okay. I will say this. I can't teach you how to have a conversation, but I can teach you what I would like in bed.
Yes.
So
it's teachable.
Easy answer.
Yeah, very easy. Like it can be taught how to be able to please that other person and vice versa. There's things you can do, and see, that is where the intimacy comes into. It doesn't necessarily have to be the actual act. It's getting to that. And there's different levels of intimacy. Mm-hmm. So you can be horrible in bed, but
unless like
you just
like actually that bad, like not like, you know, like even like your breath stank, you
but first of all,
you can't like
hygiene, we ain't getting nowhere near with clothes coming off. We gonna, if anything gonna come off, they gonna come off. You gonna hit that shower, you gonna hit that toothbrush.
You know, I'm just saying like if your breath stank, you don't shower maybe a lot, maybe you you know, like you're like a horrible like smoochy kisser type of person. Those things, like, I don't know if I would be able to change you.
I'm not changing, but I'm just gonna graciously bow out and go to,
you know, yeah, because there are some people where like it's like I tried, like we maybe had a good conversation, but then it was just like ugh.
I don't want to have a kissing war where I'm trying to direct you into how to kissing me and you're trying to suck my face and you want to be dominant in that.
I know.
We're not, it's like lip wrestling. We're not doing it.
Or it's like we try to do something and then you're telling us no. Excuse you, sir. But yeah, I would say the same thing. I would rather pick. I'd rather have someone who's a better conversationalist. Because I agree. I'm the same way. I can have small talk with almost anyone. So if you can't even talk to me about the weather, then like that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you rather someone have book smarts or street smarts? I'll go first on this one. I've definitely said this before, how I thought that when I was younger, the Indian dream was sold to me about having like a Indian doctor man on my arm and you know, call it a day. But as I've gotten older and like been going on dates and things more, I feel like that part of it has kind of gone away for me a little bit. I always used to think I wanted someone who had like a master's degree or graduate degree of some kind. But as I get older, I'm realizing that some people don't necessarily need to have that because they're actually getting degrees in life instead. And so that is sometimes actually more valuable. And so, you know, y'all, we may not be attracting men, but we're attracting dogs out here.
The four-legged dogs, not the ones with 2 feet and the baby leg. Just saying. I mean, woof woof. There are some dogs out there that we've been coming in contact with of the human kind. But that's not what just
No.
happened.
No, there's just a really cute dog who's really wanting to hang out with us right now, and we're trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so that's what I realized is I realized that I don't necessarily need that anymore because sometimes conversation can be good enough with just life experience.
Yes.
And I kind of prefer that. I'd like someone who's educated, but like I said, I've actually had great conversations with some guys who didn't go to college, who kind of had to fend for themselves. They started their own life. They worked hard to get to where they are, where they own their own business and do all these things. So yes. I don't think it has to be like that anymore, is how I feel.
I agree. I want you to be able to adjust to any situation and know that not everything needs to be all about, well, I did this and I did this and I went to school and I went here and I'm a this and I'm a graduate of this. I need someone that has
snooze fest.
It's very boring. And it's gonna make, I'm gonna just say it, I know it's gonna be a little, I'm sorry if my family watching this, but the easiest way to drop my kitty cat is boredom. And if I'm bored with you, she ain't purring. None whatsoever. I will literally look at you and be like, all right, you done yet? Because I am.
I totally just zone out. I literally zone out if I don't listen to you anymore. You guys know how I don't care about a lot of things. So like if I just zone out.
I mean, as much of a conversationalist I am, I don't like boring talk. I can't. I, like you said, zone out. I would feel like I have ADD.
Especially if it's like 9 p.m. If the date is at like 9:30 p.m. and you're telling me all this boring stuff, sir, you may need to drive me home soon because I'm about to fall asleep.
The whole conversation would be like Charlie Brown and his teacher. Wah, 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 wah. And I was like, yeah, me too. Wah, 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 wah. You could be talking about the birds outside flying around and how, and I'd be like, yeah, me too. Mm-hmm. If I start giving you that, that means I give two fucks. Mm-hmm. Because I don't care. So I would want someone to have both. I'll say I'd rather a balance.
Mm-hmm. Ideally, sure. Yeah.
But I would want you to have common sense, especially in situations where, you know, life be lifing and I need you to adapt. And if you can't put 2 and 2 together to make 4 because it doesn't factually make sense, no.
There was this one guy in high school. He didn't want to date me or anything. He was dating my friend, but he would annoy the hell out of me because he would always like try to fix my grammar or try to fix my punctuation.
Oh my
or like God. And like I was in high school, like give me a break, okay? He would always do that and I just look at my friend and be like, do we really want to keep him around? How much longer is he going to be here? Because I'm tired of him correcting my grammar all the time.
This is going to lead into the next one, mm-hmm. But I had a situation. I'll talk about it in the next question.
Okay. Okay. Big college. Would you rather have someone from a big college or a small college?
Okay. So I love talking about my alma mater, Albany State University. I love talking about other schools that I've attended. And yes, I've attended other schools. So I went to both HBCU, which was a smaller HBCU, and I went to a PWI, which is a predominantly white institution. So I have both experiences. What I do not like is for someone to always talk about how great their school is compared to somebody else's. So I know I'm about to ruffle some feathers. And quite frankly, I'm going to steal your phrase. I do not care. But join the club. Some of you people who go to these big name schools and that is all you talk about, I cannot stand it. An education is an education, regardless to where you got it from. I don't care because you went to Stanford. I don't care because you went to Howard University. I do not care that you went to Morehouse. I do not care that you went to Spelman College. My thing is, do you have sense?
I was gonna say what really matters here is, did you graduate?
Did you graduate? And what is it that you graduated in? And are you working in said career? You might have changed. But to sit here and always make it seem as though you are better than thou because you went somewhere other than whatever school, that is a turnoff. And this is why I'm getting to this point. Mm-hmm. There was a guy similar to the situation you had. Mm-hmm. But we were older. He was a lawyer. And he went to Morehouse. We're not friends, so I don't give a fuck. He don't watch this. So I'm gonna talk about your ass. We're on our very first date. Before that, had great conversation online, talking, texting, all that stuff. We finally meet up. And here he comes with his representative. Oh, you talk like this. Now, mind you, yes, I have a southern accent. I'm country. So certain words that I might say, it's going to have that country twang to it. Cool. You from Atlanta. Bitch, you got one too. Mm-hmm. Yours is actually worse than mine. But because you graduated from Morehouse College and you are a Morehouse man, you feel like you are God's gift to every Black woman. Absolutely the fuck not. Mm-mm. And because you were a lawyer, you thought that your grammar was better than mine. We literally had an argument about the enunciation of a word. Why are we having an argument about how a word is pronounced? I don't know neither, y'all.
He's got some insecurity there. Maybe he has like a small dick or something. I don't know. But there's some insecurity there for people to act like that.
Okay, I said it wrong. My bad. I'm from Augusta. I'm country. Sue me. Thank you for this lesson. I just don't understand how you could just say that word wrong. Okay, I said it wrong once. Get over it. You knew what I meant. Mm-hmm. I said it in the right context. I don't give a damn. Something right there should have told my ass, that's it. Mm-hmm. Don't go on nothing else. Let it go. But I was like, okay, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll give you a second date. So the second date, you invite me to your home. Now, mind you, the way you're acting, you should have a penthouse condo in Buckhead, driving that type of car, making this amount of money because you made it seem as though you are this type of lawyer. You live on the east side in the fucking hood. You have 2 roommates. Your house looks like a fucking frat house. It's dirty. It smells like cigarettes because you have a smoking problem. Your house is dirty as all get out. And you have the nerve to try to correct my speech. And I'm sitting there like, I don't even know if I should sit down because you might have creepy crawler friends. And I don't want them attaching themselves to myself and taking them to my clean house. But you want to correct my speech. And I'm literally sitting on a bed that's sitting on the floor. You don't even have a bed frame, nor do you have a headboard. But you're a lawyer. You want to correct my speech. And you look like you still living in college. You bum.
That's his insecurity. You had it. That's where it was. His insecurity is how he lives, probably.
But you are
so he tried to make up for it.
Yep. A Morehouse man is supposed to be prestigious, mm-hmm. walking around. It's supposed to be when you walk in the room, everybody's supposed to stop what they're doing and just like, who is that? Who is that man? Ill. So let's be, lo and behold, there was no third date after that. Ugly ass. So yeah, I don't care about colleges. As long as you got your degree, baby. Even if it's a tech degree.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind if you went to a smaller college. I mean, I went to a big one, but that's just because it was in state. I don't mind about any of that. To me, the college thing doesn't matter. And I'm even getting to the point where I actually don't even mind if you didn't go to college, because there's some people out there who have just, once again,
college was not their thing.
It didn't work out. Maybe just their parents couldn't afford it financially. There were things that happened, but we are a little bit more seasoned now. So we have partners who are having more life experience without that and forming their own lives. And honestly, some of them are doing even better financially than some of us are now.
You could have went into the military after high school. You could just went into the workforce.
Right.
Family business.
Peace
where
Corps.
You didn't need to have, the Peace Corps. You didn't need to go to school to run your family business.
Or you waited later in life to maybe go get your degree.
Right. So, yeah. But if you are always talking about your school, like everything is about that, it's like, okay, when have you gotten out of that college boy life? Because, yeah, do you want to go back there? Are you in love with the school? You and the school got a relationship that you need to talk about? Yeah. So please, you don't always have to talk about your school. We talk about our schools because we're proud alumna. That's fine. Be proud of the school that you went to. I'm all about school support and showing that love for it. But just don't be judgmental about somebody else because they didn't go to the school that you went to.
And when I talk about Alabama, I talk about it in a sports context. Like I'm glad I went there and all of those things, but I say it more in a sports context than I do like, oh, I'm so glad I got my degree. Like,
yeah. Don't feel like everything in your life is centered around that school.
No, because we all grew up.
Yeah, we did. I hope you have.
Would you rather? We're gonna do these quick. Which rich narcissist or broke mama's boy? Neither.
Right. Because we can't do the mama's boy, and we can't.
I think I would just pick a third option, or I'd just be like, I'll be by myself.
I would rather be by myself. I would rather be lonely and happy.
I cannot handle a mama's boy. I told you that guy I was talking to. I couldn't. It was like, his mom called and he was like, "What do you need, mom?" Like it's too much.
You can have a great relationship with your mom. We're not saying that you can't.
Talk to your mom.
Have a great relationship for your mom, because the relationship you have with your mom is the relationship I would hope you have with me. So yes, but when it's to a point where everything, like your mama's still washing your clothes and folding them and making you dinner, and when she tells you, hey, I need you, you just jumping at the break. I don't care if you in the middle of a date and you like, I gotta go, my mama need me. No.
And it's for the dumbest things too. Like, we get it if like your mom is not, sickly and she needs you. But like if your mom is like, I can't find the batteries for the remote, and you're like, oh, sorry, I gotta go, that's a problem.
And if your mom is actually in a relationship with somebody and she calling you to do something,
that too.
I'm judging your mama. I really am. And I'm judging your dad or your stepdad. Because why the hell aren't you doing it?
There's this thing, they invented a while ago. It's called Google.com. And it's amazing, really, because it solves a lot of problems for you that you may not have ever realized that you could find the answer on your own.
Yeah.
So, especially if it's something like, how do I find this YouTube channel? Oh, there's this thing called Google.
There's a thing called Chat GPT and a thing called YouTube. TikTok. Hello. The Facebook. all that.
Oh, you don't know how to get to the store that you went to last week? Well, it's amazing because there's this thing called Google.
It's a thing called GPS.
Google Maps, Apple Maps.
Oh, I'm gonna take it back.
Waze.
MapQuest.
MapQuest. There you go.
The very first thing.
Mm-hmm. Who knew? Who knew these things existed? Because what did you do before your son was born?
You adapted.
Correct.
And you made it done. You got it done.
I mean, I'll say this too, right? My parents, very sweet people. Hello, parents. They watch this from time to time. Very, very sweet people. But they depend on me quite a bit. They live on their own. They live in a different state. But they do call me from time to time with questions that I know they could just ask Google. Which for me, I don't just pick up and leave because I have to go quite a distance to go see them if they have something going on. But I have trained them quite well to learn Google, learn how to use Apple Maps. I taught my mom the other day how to send her location to me with live location because she was going somewhere and I wanted to make sure she was okay.
Mm-hmm. There's things that
there are ways.
There's so many things that can happen, and you can always be there for your family.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying that you can't, but there's boundaries,
mm-hmm.
and there's set boundaries that need to happen when you are in a relationship, and your family can't always try to infiltrate
mm-hmm.
that. So, boundaries,
mm-hmm.
learn them.
Mm-hmm. 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 I know. I am by no means a bad daughter whatsoever.
I'm nowhere near a bad person. Even with my mom, I would tell her how to do certain things. Me and my mom were close. So I get it. I'm not saying that you can't have that relationship. What I am saying is there is a boundary between parent and child.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to be your mom's boyfriend.
Yep.
Stop trying to be your dad's girlfriend.
Let them handle it. Let them figure it out. They have been on this life longer than we have. Yep. Yes. So they will figure it out somehow. And if they can't, they have friends. Yes. They have maybe other children. They have siblings. They have neighbors. Yes. They'll figure it out. They are smart people.
And even your friends, because I feel like there's some times where you do a lot for your homeboys.
Oh, yep. Friends too. Oh, yeah.
There's some times that y'all can get into people's stuff too. Why you calling your homeboy up all the time? Hey man, I need a ride, bro. You know what I'm saying, man? Can you come get me? Can you spare me some money, dog? What? Why? Why do you have to go get him from some girl's house? Uber? How did he get there? Sorry that him and her are having relationship issues, or she kicked him out butt ass naked. You can't go save him.
Mm-hmm.
So stop.
I at least have a little bit more leniency if you're going to, hang out with your mom. But if you're going to do that with your friends, then I have less of a tolerance there because I'm like, dang, you need new friends.
Or you put your friends before me.
Ooh, one time when I was in college, this guy, he wanted to go to a party and I was sick, so I couldn't go. But he was texting me throughout the party and telling me how great it was, which I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I'm sick. I can't go. So anyway, at the end of the night, he texts me and he's like, and this was before, yes, I'm old. This was before Uber was invented. So he calls me or texts me and he's like, hey, so can you come pick us up from this party? Let's have a moment of silence for this man who is no longer in my life.
Okay.
All right. Amen.
Okay.
So next, a city boy or a farm boy?
Can I have both?
Sorry, I'm a city boy all the way. I am not.
I have a farm boy whatsoever. I have a sweet spot for country boys because, like I said, I'm country, so I'm a city girl with country ways. So I like having a mixture of both because country boys are really resourceful. They're good with their hands. They
they're so sweet. Like they
they're
have like really
very
nice manners.
yes, they
They
have
know how to
that
take care of a lady.
down home
Chivalry.
lovely.
They open the door.
Let me adore you.
Yeah.
Um,
They have a lot of muscles from carrying that hay all day.
you know, they very masculine, and yeah, I like my city boys too, but I think sometimes you might be a little lazy when it comes to certain things, and you are given a lot more things that you don't value as much as someone who is a country boy, because they can you get them, hell, give them a trailer, they happy. Well, not necessarily a trailer, but you get what I'm saying. You know, something small, they value it a lot more than someone from the city, because you know they can get it easier than someone that's like that. But yeah, I like my country boys.
I like my city boys. I just like doing things in the city too much that I just can't. Like I would never go to someone's farm and scoop the manure. I just would never do it. I've been to farms, but I'll go like apple picking, I'll do like pumpkin picking and all that stuff. But like as far as like waking up at 6 a.m. to listen to the roosters and stuff, like I'm just not doing it. But I like the city life because I like someone who wants to do new experiences with me, who likes to travel. And so that's something I noticed a lot. Like I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I was born in England and I lived in a small town at the time, a small town in Alabama after a few years. And now it's a big town, now it's a big city. But at the time I felt like it was tough because I had these other experiences that people weren't used to. I was friends with people who had never even been on a plane before. Like it was just very different and odd to me. And it was like I was used to eating different foods and being part of different cultures and all of this stuff. Whereas I feel like a lot of times with people who might be like farm boys, whatever, maybe they just don't have those experiences as much or they just don't know. And it's not a bad thing, but it's just like a preference thing, I think, at the end of the day.
Okay. So one last thing that I wanted to talk about, and we're not really going to talk that much about it, but it's going to be about these dating app woes. And one thing that has been baffling me in regards to people that decide that they want to join these dating apps is, if you are someone who is extremely busy at work, work is taking all of your time from everything that you can possibly do, why do you feel the need to get on the dating app? And then in your bio, you talk about, well, I'm very busy, so I'm not going to be on here as much, but feel free to send me a message.
The worst are the ones who say, I'm really busy. I don't check this a lot, but you can add me on Instagram.
A moment of silence for the idiots. Okay, so why do you get on these things if you know that you aren't as available?
Because they want to hoe.
How you gonna hoe when you don't know when the hoe is ready to be hoed?
I think they're hoping that they'll like just I think they're leading people on here wrongly. I think they say they're super busy, they don't check it, when actually they have notifications turned on, they have the sound on high, they're scrolling. Their last active was 14 seconds ago. They are paying attention. I think
Yeah,
it's just a tactic sometimes. Sometimes it's real, but I think sometimes it's a tactic.
I get that. Then that makes sense. But then it's also clickbait.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's very busy, but let me do 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 boop boop. And then you decide to like somebody or match with them, right? And your first message after the person communicates with you is, Oh yeah. I'm not on here as much. So yeah. But what's up? I read that in your bio, sir. But in order for us to be able to get things moving, I have to respond back to you first. So you're already telling me you're a red flag. Why did you even like my picture, my profile, or anything? If you see that mine is saying communication is key, we do not match at all. You just did not look at nothing that I said. You just saw my pictures. Once again, y'all, with these pictures, I've said it the last time. Why are y'all still taking pictures holding your damn phone in the mirror like this? I'm not understanding. Technology has improved. Every phone now has a face forwarding camera.
And some of them even have flash on the face forwarding camera.
Stop. Stop. Please. Stop. Stop with the I'm so sexy, I'm gonna look hard on this picture. Baby, smile. Can't we see your teeth?
Do you have teeth?
Or
there was a man where I wasn't sure he had hair until because he always had a hat on in his pictures.
Please stop hat gating.
Yeah.
Please.
You just don't know. You just don't know.
And I know we love beards. I like a guy with a nice beard. Please get it groomed.
Mm-hmm. Wash the beard.
Wash it.
Brush
shampoo it. Moisturize it. Trim it.
Mm.
Can I see your face without the beard? Because some of y'all be beard gating.
Or can I see your breakfast in your beard? That's the other problem.
Pick it. Pick it, please. I want to be able to see how you look without it because some of y'all look sexy as hell with a beard. But when you shave that thing off, I don't know who you are now. It's two people. I fell in love with the beard, not the person under the beard. I don't know what kind of tomfoolery y'all be doing, just like y'all be saying about us with the makeup. But y'all be fooling us with the beard. I've seen some hell yes to a hell fucking no. You lying.
There was someone I told you, speaking of the two people, I told you there was someone that I was, I'm continuing to do active research on the apps. So there was a person on there where I saw the first picture. He looked pretty good. I was like, okay, yeah, not bad. By the time I scrolled to the last picture, I was like, who is this person? This isn't even the same guy. Is this the same guy? I'm not really sure because they looked like two different people. Completely just the first photo was him all sexy, like half side profile pic. And then by the last picture, it was him cheesing real hard with like, ew. No. Make sure your profile pictures all look like the same person.
Stop using filters. We know when filters are being used. Like y'all love to say we use filters on our pictures. I don't know why y'all done got into these filters, but baby boy, baby boy, you are not on my mind. The filters. Y'all have got to stop it. Stop trying to make it seem as though your eyes are some other color when we know your eyes are doing some other directions. um Let me think of another. Oh yeah. Why do y'all feel like you got to get in front of the camera? What is with this? Why are you why are you right here? Why are you so close to the camera, sir? Huh? Why are you here? Can you back away? I don't I'm gonna just sit right here. And y'all gonna be like, why is she doing that? These are the questions that I'll be asking when I'm looking at y'all on these here apps. Why are you so far up in the picture? Back away, sir. I mean that with all sincerity in my heart. I don't understand why the fuck you are you blind? You do know the camera has a zoom. You can zoom in, zoom out. But don't be right there. Please don't.
It's a kind of a shock to the system sometimes.
It scared the hell out of me sometimes because you could just be scrolling and boom, like, oh shit.
Especially when I'm scrolling at night sometimes and I'm like in bed
in the dark
and I got my lights turned off and then you're like, oh God.
Y'all are not cute that do that. You are so close up in the camera. Please back away. And then, what was another thing I sent you?
Oh, I can pull it up. I have it.
What? Okay, never mind. I got it.
Okay.
All of y'all non-ethical monogamous relationship seekers.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just go on and say, we talked about this before. If you don't want to be committed, stop trying to find these cute ways of explaining you want to be a hoe. Not too many of you all believe in polygamy. I've said this so many times. I think y'all really need to do your research on what a polyamorous relationship means. Because what you guys put in your bios is not what polygamy is about. I saw one today. Yes, I'm on the apps. Because this is research for me.
Yeah.
This is truly comical because the shit I'm looking at is like, well, we're doomed, y'all.
And I think a lot of people don't believe us when we say this crap, right? And then they actually go see it and they're like, oh God.
There was a guy, and I applaud him for his honesty. He literally said, I do not want to be married. I want a lifelong partnership. So if you are not someone who does not want to be married, do not swipe right. Cool. You do that. However, I don't understand how a lifelong partnership, well, maybe he might have been divorced before. I don't know. Maybe he had a bad marriage. We don't know. But don't go on there and label the type of woman that you want as loyal, true to you, honest, loving, monogamous. They don't go hand in hand. Now, if you want her to be a lifelong girlfriend, you're going to have to understand that she might want to venture out. Because you said non-ethical monogamous, meaning you are seeking polygamy. Don't get mad when she goes to find her somebody else too.
I just need to say this also. Do you guys even know what that means when you put it on your profile?
I don't think.
Are you just trying to like sound smart? Are you like, you know what? I'm casually open to something, but you don't know how else to phrase it, so you're trying to go on the thesaurus and see what words you can find? Like, do you guys really understand what you are putting on your profiles? What happened to the people who just wrote on their profile, open to dating, I am straight or not, I this is my age, this is my height, da 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 da. Like, what happened to those people? Why have we come up with non-ethical monogamy?
I guess that's just a better way to say, instead of saying polygamy, because polygamy is so frowned upon because people don't really truly understand what it means. When they hear it, they think automatic threesomes, you just having sex with everybody, you are into orgies and all that. And it's truly not that.
It's not.
You can have a connection with someone that could be just strictly conversational. You can have a connection with someone that is strictly sexual. You and your partner, there might be something that your partner might not have that you were looking for. So you seek it in someone else, but it's a mutual understanding that both of you all are able to seek other relationships. And everybody that's involved knows each other. It does not mean that, oh, the person that you're with is dating somebody else and y'all are having sexual relate. No, that's not what that means. That just means that when your person wants to seek that attention from the other person, they talk to you. You have a clear understanding of what's going on, and there's no jealousy, there's no judgment, you can't get mad at them and all that stuff. It's because y'all both are in that same agreement. Like, okay, cool, I get it. We're committed to each other. However, I have other commitments, and everybody is fine. It's safe. Nobody is getting hurt. You ain't doing the sister wife shit. But some of y'all just want to be hoes, and you want to be able to go do whatever you want to go do over here, but your girl can't. I don't get that.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's just turned into like too confusing. Like, why can't you just say open relationship?
Just say just say that you don't want anything serious. You want something open, and you would want that. But also, women, if you see that a man is saying that, and you know damn well you don't agree to that, just because he's fine, he's 6'3", he got everything you looking for, and you decide to just hit him up in them DMs, and he does you wrong, you can't get mad at nobody but yourself.
Once again, this circles back to what we said in the beginning, right? We think we're going to change somebody, but sometimes it's not worth it.
It's not worth the headache. It's not worth the heartache. It's not worth your time, Buki.
I have been in multiple things where I thought I could change the person, and it wasn't worth it.
No,
it wasn't worth it. It was so much more trauma on me than it needed to be. So it's just not worth it. If you see it and you think he's hot, just go into it knowing
you can go with this or you can go with that.
Correct.
The choice is yours. That is all we got to say.
Correct.
The choice is yours.
Correct. Just be mindful, and
there's consequences with every choice that you make.
Correct. And sometimes it's a good learning experience. Like, we wouldn't be here talking about all these things if we maybe hadn't made some of the wrong choices. So, everyone is allowed to have bad choices and make those mistakes and learn and,
try to avoid them again.
Correct. But I think we just have to take a little bit more accountability and ownership of our decisions and our choices going forward. I'm very guilty of this. Last year, when I was given my whole 4-date ordeal, I was like, you know what? I'm okay with not dating someone intentionally because I'm just, trying to get my feet wet again. So I was like, oh, I'm cool with the situationship. Let's have a moment of silence for um, me thinking I could handle a situationship.
We're gonna look for the answers.
Yeah. And it was okay. I realized that it was just a lot of work that I wasn't ready for, or I thought I could handle one and maybe feelings were exchanged. I don't know. I mean, it was just, so just know yourself and keep yourself accountable for what you need and what you want, and make sure those two things intertwine, is all we're saying.
Stick to your
Guns and gut.
that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've
On
all
that
been
note,
there.
all right, y'all. We're gonna cap it here, and we will see you guys next time.
Yes. Y'all make sure you like, comment, subscribe, pass this on to other people so that they can also join. What we want to call our people? What y'all want to be named? We gotta call y'all something. Not our. I don't want to call y'all our subscribers.
Nah.
We gotta come up with a cute little name for our people, cause y'all matter. And share this. Share this video with somebody that you know that is going through these dating app woes.
And we want to hear the funny dating stories. We want to hear the life lessons that you've learned from your dating woes. We want to know. We want to tell the people. We want to know.
Share the wealth.
Correct.
Share the knowledge.
The more you know.
Yes.
The more you know. And we will see you guys next time on
Bitchin' Bout
Bows. Bye.
Missing